Okay, for number 68 from section 5.2, it's an interesting problem that does not necessarily just come to your brain on how to solve. So we're going to use that unique property of the co-function identity to make something happen here. And specifically what we're going to do is say, you could do this with either angle, but I'm going to say that cosine squared of 18 degrees is the same thing as sine squared of 90 degrees minus 18 degrees. And normally the co-function identities are not used with a squared term. They're just used with cosine of theta is equal to sine of pi over 2 minus theta. But cosine squared 18 is just cosine 18 times cosine 18. So I could use the cofunction twice and say sine of 90 minus 18 times sine of 90 minus 18. And so it applies within the squared. So cosine squared of 18 becomes sine squared of 90 minus 18, which is sine squared of 72 degrees. And so if I add to that cosine squared of 72 degrees, we got to go back to that Pythagorean identity and think about it for what it is. Pythagorean identity says sine squared of theta plus cosine squared of theta equals 1. And theta represents any angle. So I have sine squared of an angle plus cosine squared of that same angle. And so when I add those together, I get 1.